We're driving on 59 North, headed south. There's the 45 Dallas, which is north, and Galveston, which is south, exiting 1 mile. That's the east end. And this is where there's the Dyken Park, which is formerly the Juice Box Minute Maid Park, but now it's called Dyken Park. And that's downtown Houston. There's a cloudy day, partly cloudy day. Yep, there's Dyken Park, formerly Minute Maid. That's where the Astros play. And there is the Marriott Marquis right there. And there's George R. Brown. This is going to look totally different in a year or two. They're going to knock all this ramp and everything down. Then they're going to expand the convention center. And right after the convention center, you should be able to see Toyota Center where the Rockets play. But we are headed 59 south. Or we're on 59 headed south from north. And if you look right over here, you should be able to see Toyota Center. There's Toyota Center. I don't know if you can see it, but they got construction, so they're building a new parking garage, but that's Toyota Center right there. And so this is going down. This is still 59 south. And it's about 11, almost 12 o'clock. And this is the traffic we have on 59. And 45 are going to merge right up here. On 45 is the other way, I'm sorry. This is the start of the South Freeway 288. So 59 south right now. This is going to, as the sign says, Victoria. And I don't know if you can see the sign, but 288 is going to Lake Jackson and Freeport towards the coast, towards the Gulf of Mexico. Oh, my bad, Gulf of America. You can see these people drive bad. They don't care. They just get over. No blinkers, no nothing. 59 South headed, and I'm getting ready to exit and get on to 288 South. And 288 South is, to your left is 3rd Ward, to your right is 3rd Ward, but to your left is Texas Southern University, a historically black college and university. It's a HBCU, as well as University of Houston, which technically is basically right across the street. Southmore Boulevard, Calumet and Benz. So to the right here is run parallel to 288 is Alameda. That's the famous street. That Turkey Leg Hut and Club 5015. 5015 is right coming up right here on the right hand side. You exit Southmore and get off right there and turn right at the light. Or you can turn, and 5015 sits right there on the corner of Alameda and Wichita. We're gonna continue down 288 South. Coming up on North McGregor Way. This exit is the exit to get to Herman Park, the golf course, the medical center, and you can get to the museum district. This is 610 coming up on Loop 610 on the south side west. If you take 610 west, that's how you get to the Galleria. If you take 610 east, that's how you get to 45 going towards Galveston and to the ship channel. This is 288 South. In this direction, we will get to Pearland. get to Sugar Land. You can get to Fresno, Iowa Colony, and you can also Alvin. You can get to Alvin as well as Lake Jackson going this way, as well as Freeport. And again, like I said, you can reach the Gulf of Mexico or Gulf of America, whichever you choose. South, headed to Pearland, Fresno, Sugar Land, Alvin, Iowa Colony. You can also get to Rosharon this way. Coming up, you should be able to see the Beltway. This is our middle loop. When I say middle loop, Houston has 3 loops. What I call a loop, but they're actually a square. So you have 4 sides to the square: the south, the east, the north, and the west. So 610 is our inner loop or inner square. Beltway 8 is the middle loop or square. I like to call it a square because it's easy to tell people when you're on the square, you have 4 sides. So you have the south, the north, the east, and the west. So this is Beltway 8. This is 10 miles from the smaller loop, which is 610. And after that, the largest loop is 99. So again, that's the entrance to Beltway 8 right there, and the flyover. This is south. And this, once we cross over this loop, technically, I don't know where the boundary starts, but you can see the sign right here that says Pearland, next 3 exits. So I typically say when you cross this Beltway, which Houston still goes beyond the Beltway. So right after McCord, which is also known as 2234, you'll be entering into Pearland. So you'll notice the concrete pillars on the left and the right with the pears on them. At night, they glow. So you're now technically entering Pearland. So you see the pears. .518. This is the exit for 518. 518 is the main road through Pearland. It runs east and west. If you go east on 518, you go into what they call Old Pearland. Which back 30 years ago, there was nothing out here. 288 was a 2-lane highway in both directions. None of this stuff was here. Broadway 518 was here, but there was nothing here. No Sam's, nothing, no hospital. This is just all land. And it's been developed in the last 25 years, 30 years. It's been developed, heavily developed. To your right is Shadow Creek. To your left is Silver Lake. Passing through Pearland again. We're still passing through Pearland. Angleton is 27 miles. Angleton, Alvin, Manville, Arcola, everything down this way is south. Getting ready to exit, so y'all check back to Sip, Smoke, and Share, and this portion of this video will be on all things Houston. So y'all have a good one. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Sip, sip.